Hi, it's Kevin here. So we're going to have a quick look at this essay. Somebody sent us. We were asking people to send complete essays for topics which we've posted in the previous weeks and months. So we're going to take a look at this one. I'm going to be referring to the criteria. And what I'll do, I'll take a look at it first. I'll make any grammatical or vocab changes, then we'll come back and we'll go through the criteria one by one. Okay, so let's take a look. I'll see you there. Okay, let's take a look at this essay. We have the criteria here. We have the essay. So I've got some changes. So we have an opinion essay. Some people say that music is a good way of bringing people of different cultures and ages together. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? Okay, so just quick check the word count. 305, that's good. Okay. According to some, the best approach to gathering individuals, well, that's not the same, from diverse cultures and the best approach, well, that's not the same thing, is it, is music. I completely agree with this idea that music is the most effective way for the reason that it is a national language to or for any culture, and also does not discriminate between ages. Okay. It is true that music cannot be ignored as a powerful language all over the world to gathering people. To gathering people what? That's not the same as bringing people together. Therefore, with this language, individuals can understand each other through their emotions. Well, that doesn't make sense. This means that music causes emotional incitement. You mean excitement? To convey its message, which is unique and comprehensive for most cultures. For example, musically, make an adverb, a talented person can compose a piece of music and strum it with a guitar to express the message of love to mankind among various types of civilization to come together. I'm convinced that not only is music the best way of it was supposed to be bringing people together, but also it is the only way. In addition, it should be considered that the music itself is against age discrimination. Consequently, well, that's not really true, is it? I mean, music that old people like is not the same that teenagers like, and people's musical tastes usually change from their teenage years to adult years to their old age. So I'm not really sure what that's got to do with age discrimination. Consequently, people without an age group, how can you not have an age group? Everybody's in an age group because everybody has an age, unless you're dead. Can play music to grab each other's attention and converge them in one place. Take a group, adolescences. This is supposed to be what? Of adolescents, as a noun. In South Africa, for instance. Why in South Africa? Well, they want to express the sadness of their lives with making a passionate speech. Only a few people of their nation might give them oh dear. This is one sentence. Take a group of adolescents in South Africa, for instance. When they want to express the sadness of their lives with making a passionate speech, only a few people of their nation might give them attention. However, with a power, or presumably with the power of music, no matter what age the player is, it can convey its message, and amazingly, a lot of people with different nationalities or cultures can get together. But I thought you were talking about adolescents in South Africa. So what's that got to do with different nationalities or cultures? This is a wonderful method that people can apply from diverse cultures. In conclusion, although there are those who have argued that music can cause people from other cultures to convene, I see, I'll come back to vocab in a minute, but we've got lots of synonyms for bringing together and not one of them work. to convene or not. I totally agree that music is an effective and effective force people to foregather. Right. So, criteria time. Let's get my pen. All parts of a prompt appropriately addressed, questions fully explored. Nope. Clear, fully developed position. Nope. Is it clear? Nope. Clear? No. Right. Position presented directly relevant to the prompt. It's not clear at all. Not clear at all. Right. The writer expresses a position, but the development is not always clear, and there may be no conclusions drawn. Some main ideas are put forward, but they are limited, not sufficiently developed. Okay. It is true, so it's asking, do you agree or disagree that music is a good way of... So this is the question, right? Do you agree or disagree that music is a good way of bringing people of different cultures together? So you say yes. It is true that music cannot be ignored. Who says so? Who says it's true it cannot be ignored? Do you want to avoid absolutisms? You can't prove this. As a powerful language of the world to gathering people. Now that's a vocab, gathering people together, but that's not the same. But that's not the same as bringing people together. Therefore, with this language, individuals can understand each. How can you understand each other through your emotions? That doesn't make sense. So, music's a powerful language to gather people. Okay, therefore, with this language, music, individuals can understand each other through their emotions. How can I understand you through your what does that mean? What emotion? Are you talking about fear, anger, love, hate? What are you talking about? This means that music causes emotional excitement to convey its message. Causes emotional, which is unique and comprehensive for most cultures. I have no idea what that is trying to say. A musically talented person can compose a piece of music instrument with a guitar. There's civilization. I have no idea. I don't want to be hard, but I have no clear idea of what you're talking about. And how is this an example? For example, somebody can compose music and strum with a guitar to express the message of love to mankind. Various types of... How do you have various types of civilization? This does not make sense at all, right? The position, not clear. Actually, right, so we do have a position, but the reader has to read very carefully. Main ideas are difficult to identify. Well, that's certainly true. May lack relevance, clarity, or support. I think task, response, it's going to have to get 4. I can see there's some ideas, but I've got to read this very carefully. I'm not sure what you're talking about. In addition, it should be considered that the music itself is against age discrimination. But this is the one for... No. 4. There is some ideas there, but it's very difficult for the reader to clearly identify what you're talking about. You've got no clear examples, and it's just very difficult. It's very general. There's no clear... That's the key word. Clarity. I can see what you're talking about. You say that music is powerful, but you don't really tell me how. It's so vague and very difficult for me to find your main ideas. And this one about age discrimination. Why in South Africa? Why does that have to... What's that got to do with age? I mean, adolescence. The power of music combines messages of different nationalities or cultures. I have no idea. It's so vague. It's very difficult for me to understand. Okay, cohesion coherence. So you're paragraphing. Message can be followed effortlessly. The message can be followed with ease. Logical sequence of information and ideas. Logical, clear central topic. Well, no. Generally arranged coherently, no. Central topic, not always be clear. I don't want to go topic. I think 5 is fair. It's not logical. There may be a lack of overall progression. Sentences are not linked. Information, ideas, no clear progression. The examiner might not be as generous as I and may say 4. No clear central topic, no. So I would probably give it, 5. That, possibly 5, more than likely 4, 5, 4, 5. Lexis. Now, your vocab. Accurately, no. Wide resource, no. Skillful use, no. What you've done, you've used some less common items, but you've used them incorrectly. Right? Lack of precision. So let's just go back. Okay. So best approach, right? So bring people together. Gathering individuals, that doesn't mean the same. If you said gathering them together, okay. Powerful language to gathering people, okay. Gathering people together, understanding for their emotions, emotional incitement, excitement. Can compose to express the message of the love, various types of action. Congregating. So it looks like you've tried to do about 5 or 6 different ways of paraphrasing, bringing people together, and congregating doesn't work either. Converge them in one place. Well, that doesn't mean that. Bringing people together it's not physical distance. We're not herding or gathering or converging them. It's talking about bringing people together either emotionally or culturally, not in the same physical space. So all that you've used here are totally inappropriate. For gather, to grab each other's attention, a kind of converge them in one place. That's not what it's not physically talking about. Put them in the same physical space. You've got to convene. Well, that doesn't mean what you think it does. We've got foregather, convene, converge, get together. That's kind of better. Anything else? Converge, congregate. It's not the same. What else have we got? Gathering. So, okay. I think we can say some issues with the vocab there. I'm not going to be overly harsh here. I'll give it 6. So it's either 4, 5, 6 or 5, 5, 6. I'm not sure. I'll consider that in a moment. Now, grammar, grammatical range, accuracy. It's a number of sentences without a mistake. Okay? Error-free. Okay. So, how many sentences? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, because that's whole one sentence. 10, 11, 12, 12. Right, 12. So, error-free sentences are frequent. So, what does that mean? Well, frequency out of 12. That means pretty often. So, at least 8, 9, or 10. But, let's see. So, we've got 1. That misses out a verb. To gathering people, 1, 2, 3. You've got your verb forms. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 out of 12. So, so it's only 5 without. So, 5 says a mistake. 7. So, complex structures, flexibility. I'll give it 6. I'll give it 6. So I'll give it 6, 6. So, if I'm generous, I'm going to give it 5, 5, 6, 6, 10, what's that, 12, 22, 11, about 5.5. So if I'm generous, the examiner may not be. He might only give you 5, but I will probably give this 5.5. For those reasons, so the main one here is task response. It's very difficult for me to make out what the message, the main idea of this is. It's really difficult. I'm just not sure what, I mean, I can get the very general sense, but how it's written, repetition, so, it's very difficult for the reader to get a clear sense of what, your main ideas are. So, task response, that needs work. Cohesion, now, the grammar's not too bad. Not too bad. Vocab, what you've done, you've tried to use words that do not work, that are not appropriate for the context. So that's pulled that down. And lots of vague language, music, discrimination, language. How many times do you say language? So music, language. You're not, it's not a particular wide range of vocab. Lots of words that do not mean what you think they do. So vocab, you won't get a very good score. I mean, it's not as bad as task response. Cohesion, coherence, there's no logical progression. So it's mainly task achievement and the cohesion that would pull this down. So, 5.5. Examiner may give it 5, but for my particular scoring today, I give it 5.5. Okay, hope that helps.